appreciate it. All right, getting into Bills. Rush, a little bit of Rush.
We haven't gotten Rush in a long time.
I'm excited. I actually have a Rush on the free requests, but we haven't got to it, so this is perfect.
We get two here.
Yeah, so we got La Via, Strangiato, and Working Man live. Strangiato? I try, guys. I'm sorry. Let's jump right in, guys. Rush.
Oh, I can't hear you.
I just want to stop it to talk about the La Via Strangiato. Yeah, well, first off, I love Rush, man. Yes, Alex Lifeson is very underrated. I feel like a lot of it just has to do with, Geddy Lee's voice, Geddy Lee's bass playing, Neil Peart's drums. It's like when you have that much crazy great stuff around you, it's easy to kind of like fall behind, you know what I mean? And it's not even like you fell behind, it's just that, it's more popular, the other parts are more popular kind of thing. Yeah, this is awesome. So they do remind me of The Warning a lot. And I feel like that's one thing that I want from The Warning that I haven't seen, or that I don't think that even exists, is I want to see like a 8-minute Warning song with like no vocals, or just like very very little vocals, just like an instrumental from the 70s. That's
Yeah.
what I really want to hear from. I know they can do it. That's why.
Oh, they're gonna do it. It's a matter of time.
I want so bad on their next album. That's all I want is one 8-minute song with mostly instrumentals. All right, let's jump back into this. We got Working Man coming up.
Well, I get up at 7 yes. I go to work at night. I got no time for living, yes. I'm working all the time. It seems to me I can live my life better than I think I am. I guess that's why they call me the working man. They call me the working man. I guess that's right. Well, I get home at 5 o'clock. I treat myself out a nice cold beer. Always seem to be wondering why there's nothing going down here. Seems to me I could live my life better than I think I am. I guess I was lonely. Only told me the working man. Well, they told me the working man. We appreciate it so much. And we hope we'll see you again sometime down the road. Bye!
Oh, thank you so much for that one. That right there is my song of the night. That was super impressive. So Rush is one of those bands that I know about. I've got into a little bit, but it's been a long time. I've never heard either of these songs, and I've never really got heard much like Rush live. I've heard like a couple albums on CD, probably 15 years ago now.
I
Yeah,
was
so
gonna say like 20, 24 years ago. You know who got me into
right.
Rush? You know
Yeah.
him. That redheaded chef that always wore the red hot chili pepper. Will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never would have thought
That's cool.
of
That's
all
cool.
people. But my parents didn't really listen to Rush. Yeah, I think I was like 13, and he was the chef, and he was obsessed with Rush. And I get it. I definitely get it. But I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I need to know more about Rush. But yeah, it's been a while since I've listened. 10 out of 10, and not just the song. Instrumentally, it was like so impressive. Like at one point, they're doing so much on drums, so much on guitar, so much on bass. The one thing they're not doing is, there's no lyrics during this particular piece of the song, but it's like, how does that work? How does all of that cohesively work? And it does. It
Yeah.
rocks you. And then, yeah, I needed more. Like they did an aerial shot of the drum set, and it looked epic. That's not a standard.
It was 360s, nothing but drums and
Yeah, I was like,
cymbals all around them.
yeah. Did you see? I was like counting the cymbals. I was like, he definitely has above average amount of cymbals there. But yeah, I would like check that out too. But
He
my favorite part. Go ahead.
he's just one of those drummers that are on another level like that, He's like
Yeah.
he uses different parts of it for different songs and stuff like that.
But you're not kidding. He was just surrounded. You couldn't have put a drumstick in there.
It's like he's got to climb up underneath of it to get in there, or they got to drop him in from a crane or something.
But no, my favorite part, and the reason I gotta go 10 out of 10, and the reason I agree with Song of the Night, at the very end there, he's like, he gives it to the crowd. And especially like modern day music, like the fans, like you guys, like you are everything. The only reason the world's got billions of people now, and the only reason we're not listening to trash is because the billions of people have said, no, we like Rush, we like The Warning, these are the bands. And, nobody can, with all the people trying to get places in music, nobody can do it professionally and give us their all if they don't have that supportive fan base. So that was so cool to shout out at the end. And he's right, like that crowd. That was first off, that was probably a sold out, like thousands of seats. Like that place. I've never seen anything in Cleveland, Ohio, but you see like all the big names go through there. So they've got stadiums that are seating thousands of people, and every person was on their feet and jamming. So yeah, that's part of the request being so awesome for me.
All three of them are just amazing artists, and they just work really well together. They jam really well together. It's like parts of it you could tell it was just like a jam. You know what I mean? It's a structured song,
cool.
but at parts they kind of just break out. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break, and then we have 6 up for the last block. Let me just get it up here.